Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to episode 15, year 15 of my Journeyman series, The Road to Anywhere. As always, thanks for joining me. While you're here, why not smash the like button? I know you're going to, and I appreciate it. Most of all though, I just appreciate your subscription because this week I finally hit my ultimate target of 5,000 subscribers. So thank you, honestly, for everyone who's helped me get here. I never thought I would, but I have. I know it's not the biggest number compared to the big guys, but it was always a target of mine and I've hit it now. So on to the next one, really. Brilliant. So thank you, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, it means the world to me. So yeah, I've got a few things I want to talk about quickly. And the first thing is, I'm doing a Football Manager 2019 game giveaway. Now, if you don't own the game yet, this is your chance to win a copy. All you've got to do is go and watch my last Denton Villa episode. It is episode 43. And you need to tell me what time did we score the second goal in? What minute did we score the second goal? When you find that out, email me. You'll find my email in the description. And just title the email competition. And then underneath, just say, hello, Bood. You scored the second goal on the minute. And you'll be entered into the competition. And we'll do a draw at some point in the future. Other thing I want to say, and I'm going to be saying this for the next couple of episodes, is one of my oldest friends had his daughter last year. She's now about 6 months old. When she was 3 months old, they found out she's completely blind. So it's quite sad, really. We're all a bit saddened by it. Especially if you're a father, you know, it's to know they're never going to really see. It's a horrible thing. So mate's trying to do as much as he can, trying to be positive. And he's not very fit, but he's training to run a 10k run for the charity called Fight for Sight. Now, every penny that's going to be raised for Fight for Sight is going to go into special research for Minnie's condition. You'll find a link below if you're feeling generous to a Just Giving page for Mark. He's trying to raise £1,000. He's about halfway there at the moment. So if you're feeling generous, click that link, give him some money, and I will appreciate that. I will love you a long time. Now, this episode, second season, we're in Belgium. Last year, we didn't win the title. Bit embarrassed, seeing as they'd won the title 2 years before that. But we did win the Croquis Cup, the Belgian Cup, sponsored by a Dutch crisp manufacturer. So we won something. But this year, I want to get that title. It was all about winning the title. Could we do it? Right, we're going to start by going through loads of little news, awards, all the good stuff, and a few transfers. There's not been a lot of transfers, to be fair. So we're going to start here with a record that was broken by our goalkeeper, our old man goalkeeper, who's still part with quality, Kepa, broke his own clean sheet record. So we had a fantastic year defensively. We just missed out, didn't we? We were level on points, remember, and a lot of you told me in the comments it's games won that decides the league. So yeah, unfortunately we lost the league on games won. But Kepa had a good season, and even at his old age, I had no intention of getting rid of him. His contract was up. Would he sign a new one? He wouldn't sign one because he wanted to go home and finish his career back in Spain. He is Spanish. I mean, he's 38 years old. So he's got a few years left, and he's signed on a free to Malaga. I mean, he was still good, and I like a good old quality keeper. I do, and I would have kept him because he's kind of irreplaceable, really, when you start to look at the market. But we did find someone. He was a backup keeper from Juventus. And his name is Thomas Bulens, and he was Belgium, so that helped. He was interested in coming. He was the best keeper that Aya could afford. We've not paid 20 million in total. Something like 5, and then the other 15 stretched out over lots of different things. But he's okay. He's young, so he can still improve. He's got good reflexes. He's good handling. He's a good keeper. He's just not a world-class keeper, but with Belgium, this is Club Bruges. I think he's the best we were going to get. And the fact he's Belgium, I think, really helps. Now, our only other player out was a centre-half, a Belgian centre-half, a 24-year-old Belgian centre-half. And he was he's been here a long time. He's only ever played for Club Bruges. Bit of a club legend, in a way. But last year, he was like my third choice centre-half. So he wanted to leave, right? A lot of my players want to go who weren't playing a lot last year. But I ain't got the money to replace him. There's not players out there who are as good sometimes. So a lot of them have stayed. Well, that's it. They've all stayed. The only reason I've let Hans de Witt leave was because Roma came in with such a good offer, cold hard cash, that would help me at least replace him. Because we've got money, and I'll show you that later. They're just not giving me the money to spend, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, Hans de Witt left for just over 20 million to Roma. And we replaced him with, I'd say, someone who's slightly better. He's bloody massive. He's not Belgian, he's Brazilian, and he's 27, but he came from Monaco, and he wasn't first team at Monaco. He's a squad player, but for us, he's a freaking starter. I love how strong he is, I love how big he is, I love his all-round ability. 14. See, with the centre-half, I always look for tackling, marking, positioning. As long as they're pretty good, I'm happy. And then the other bits are just a bonus. So I think he's an improvement, and he's going to become a new starter. Now, we had loads of awards, apart from one. Manager of the Year, we vote on, right? I didn't even get the top 3, which annoyed the hell out of me. The Ghent manager won that, so we're going to ignore the Manager of the Year. We'll have a look at some of these quick. Ricardo claims Pro of the Season. We also came third with Van Brekel. Van Brekel, Portuguese. I'm guessing he's half and half. Loro, player I signed last year, won Young Player of the Season. When it came to the highest average rating, we had all 3. Ricardo, Van Brekel and Loro. So, I mean, we were pretty good last year. Of course, Van Brekel is a legend. He won the Golden Boot. He was brilliant. Again, a good striker who's got a lot of ability, but maybe not as good as finishing. Works well in this tactic still. Like Sergio, I keep saying this at Seville for me. In my first year at Seville, scored 30 odd goals, and his finishing was 13. Finishing it is important with this tactic, and it does say that it is like that. It's more off the ball and so on. And you can still score goals. I mean, look at it. Kepa. I'm gutted, Kepa's. He's got to go home though. He wants to go back to Spain. Fair enough. Do you know what I mean? But he did win the Golden Glove. We got 3 players into the Team of the Year. Kind of expected more, especially when you've got the 3 highest average rated players. So that kind of surprised. We've got a few on the bench, but we've got our keeper and a centre half, and of course our striker. Then it came to the club's awards. I always love this. I don't know why. I like it a lot. There's a Team of the Year if you want to have a look at that. Van Brekel was fans' favourite with half the vote, which is brilliant. Loro got Goal of the Season. Let's check it out. Here we go. You got is it Martinez on the left-hand side? He's my wing-back, left-back. Passes into Ricardo, lays it off to Loro, who hits it from there. Top corner. Beautiful. Back to the awards, and the man who set him up for that goal was our sign of the season, Ricardo. Brilliant player. He's actually a natural left-back and a natural central midfielder. He can cover in a few other positions, but plays midfield for me. Young Player of the Season, Ricardo. Well done, boys. On to the commercial summary. And you can see there, when it comes to the money, we're not bad. I mean, Europe helped last year. Really put some good money into the coffers, as they say. I mean, the club's financially in a good place. And maybe that's why, because they don't give you it all to spend, which can be annoying when you want to spend it. When it comes to shirt sales, Van Brekel, #1 shirt seller there, because he's a hero. Although, we were this close to kind of losing him this summer. Now, this is a game I'm super pumped for. There are local rivals. I looked on a map, so I didn't realise they're quite close to each other, these 2 places. So they've obviously got an intense rivalry. And they nicked the league off us last year. We won the cup, so we get to face them in the Super Cup. This game's massive. We need to beat them straight away. Lay the foundation for the rest of the season. But that might not be as easy as you think, because Ghent aren't skint. I said it last year, they spent a lot of money. And they spent a lot of money again this year. They spent over 40 million last year, won the title. And this year again, they've spent, I mean, they've recouped a little bit off 1 player. But they've brought in 5 players, a couple of free signings, but a couple of big deals there. For this league and for this, do you know what I mean? They're big signings. They're not taking a step back. They're going for that title again. But that's the challenge, innit? And that excites me, that my rivals are still going for it. I love it. But one thing I do love about this club is they are willing to at least spend the money on the facilities. So we are getting new training facilities, and we're pumping in £2.5 million into that. But we don't stop there. They're pumping even more, over £5 million, into the youth facilities, which, you know, I don't know how long we're going to be here, or me personally going to be here. But, you know, I like that because I want the club to grow. I always say this. I did it with Seville. I always do the job like I'm going to be there for 30 years, because I think that's how you should play the game. And if I do stay here, maybe we'll have a good youth intake. And they're also improving the data analysis facilities. Now, I don't use that. I don't use it too much. I never really look at it. Maybe I should. Maybe I'd do even better if I started to read some of that data. Do you look at your data analysis? I just don't bother. Now, last year in the Champions League, we went straight into it because we went in as Belgian champions. But if you go in as Belgian runners-up, you've got qualifying. You've got a bit of qualifying to do. I think maybe 2 rounds of 2 legs. So we're going to be kicking off our qualifying campaign against AZ, team from Holland. A team I think we should be beating. But they've come to me and told me what they want this year. They want me to just get in the group stages, so I've just got to get through the qualifiers, get to the group stages, make a few pounds. I'd like to get out of the group stages, but then there's also part of me that kind of would like to finish third, just so kind of a good run at a European title with Club Brugge. I think that'd be amazing. When it comes to the league, this surprises me. One of the biggest teams in Belgium, they've won the title 2 out of the last 3 years. I thought they'd be saying we want the title, but they just want me to be around the top of the league. So chilled out. I think the chairman smokes a bit of wacky backy. So laid back. Is that laid back? He's lying down. No pressure, man. It's good. Apart from the cup, they want me to get to the final of that. In the league, more important. And again, I just want to show you the facilities because they're not bad. They're getting improved, have you just seen? And there is the new stadium. We're going to be moving into it in a year. Now, obviously, I don't know what's going to happen. If it's successful this year, you know, sometimes when it runs its course and you all get on me in the comments saying, oh, you need to go now, you need to move. I don't know what to do. It's like, it depends at the end of the season. If we don't win the league, I'm staying. If I keep the job. But I want to play in that just once. At least once. Now, here we are with the finances, and you'll see we've got nothing to spend now because I've spent it. The club's in a tidge a little bit of debt, but we have actually got money. It's future debt because of the transfers. We had about 20 million to spend. I sold DeWitt. So we ended up with 40 million to spend, and I've spent that on 2 players. So we've got 60 million in the bank. They're just not giving it me to spend, which is fine. I don't think we need it to win the league. I think the squad's good enough. And the bookies agree with me on that. They think we are favourites to win the league with Ghent, the champions, behind us, Anderlecht and Standard, the main teams. But it is a fun league. I've always been put off by the Belgian league. Even last few years I've considered it actually, because you know, you look at the Belgian team. I nearly did one actually after the World Cup because of Belgium. You think of all the good players they've got. I thought maybe, you know, building a nation kind of series would be good in Belgium because they create great players. It's just trying to keep the players in the country. But in this little universe we've created on here, it's become a great league. I think it's the 9th best league in the world now. And there's some great teams. It's got some good money and it's got some really, really good players. And it's fun. I recommend you try Belgium out. Well, this year I got to do the pre-season myself. Last year I came in just after pre-season. And the season starts quite early, so you get a tight little window for friendlies. Then you have a training camp, and then the season starts. So you can't have a massive pre-season. So I managed to squeeze in 3 games with a 2-day gap in between. And the options weren't amazing. But we went to America for 1 game. Went to LA, had a bit of fun in the sun, as you do. And we beat LAFC 4-1. Good game, was happy with this. Then we travelled to Germany to play Köln. Drew with them, but Köln are a good team, to be fair. But I'm happy we got a point. And then we played Belgrano away and beat them 3-0. All this time as well, there was internationals going on. Van Brekel and a few of the other guys were away on internationals. Now I restructured some contracts to keep some of my best players happy. But Van Brekel wanted a new deal, but he also wanted to wait till after the tournament to sign it. And the reason I wanted to give him a new deal was because he had loads of interest, obviously because he scored lots of goals last year. But he had a tiny minimum fee release clause, so there was risk and talk in the press of him leaving. So I panicked a bit because there really wasn't anyone else good enough out there I could get because I had no money to spend. When it came to my staff, I was able to expand it again, and I think we're at a good place now. We could probably do a bit more as the season goes on, but when it comes to this league itself, we've got the best. And I mean, I think that really helps, and everything was in place really to really go high this year. I was super excited. And like I said, there are players who play, and I've got my first 11 fit is brilliant, I think. They're not European Cup winners, but they are a good, very good team. Definitely capable of winning the Belgian title. But I had fringe players who aren't going to play as much and want to play first team football. So we have got a couple of moaners. I've also changed the club captain myself this year because the club captain was shit. And the new one we've got is brilliant, although the old one has now spat his dummy out. But it's a case of selling him. I'm not going to get a lot for him. Will I get to replace him? I'm just going to keep him, even though I've got a group of them unhappy. Keep them at the club until they become happy again, because that can happen. Don't always panic sell. Sometimes they'll change their mind, and if they don't, you can think about it next season. So like I said, we've got that young keeper at the back. I'm going to try and get through these quick. He's got a bit of potential, but we've got this Belgian lad. He's been in Italy, he's played for Juventus, he's a good player. Centre half, we've got the guy who's in Team of the Year. He's going to be the starter again this year. I think he's a very good player, Swedish, 32 years old, but he's still a good player. He's going to be partnered by the new guy, who apparently is the best centre half in the club now, Aliulu Luia from Brazil. And if you're watching, this guy commented recently on this video, having a go at me for pronouncing things wrong. That's what I do. That's my superpower. I just don't do it. I'm a maverick pronouncer. Do you know what I mean? It's part of my charm. I can't say things properly sometimes. Leave me alone. Anyway, the rest of them are decent. I mean, we've got two other guys here who aren't bad. I'll show you him quickly and him quickly. So we've got some good centre halves. I mean, he looks really good, doesn't he? Venezuelan. On the left, it says Ricardo, but I'm going to be playing him more in the centre. Martinez here, he's going to be my left back. He's a good player, isn't he? 22 years old. On the right, Olsen again this year. Happy days. In the middle, we've got Loro, who had a great season. I brought him in. Young Player of the Year. Brilliant player. Obviously, Ricardo. And we've got Desmet. Now, I wanted to strengthen it, but we've got some really good central midfielders, I think, who fit the Volcano tactic. He's a good player as well. I like this guy. I'll probably start him. He's massive, 6'5", playing him in the anchorman role. Hey, like a giant. Right, if we go forward, again we've got Basso, who I brought in last year. He's going to be my main right winger. Look how quick he is. He's rapid, a little Brazilian. We've got Marcus on the left, who again, another great player. Really good wingers. My backups are moaning on the wings. They're okay. Now we've got Fecunda. This is the old club captain. He's okay. He's a great backup striker. He spat his dummy out, but tough. Because this is the main man. Van Brekel, who signed his new deal and now has a minimum fee release clause of about 120 million. You ain't going nowhere. And we, of course, had the Super Cup against our local rival and title challenger, AA Ghent. And what a game! What a freaking game. It's the kind of game where I actually wish we did a live com on this series because it was brilliant. Ricardo scored early, then he got another one. Then they came back with 2 goals in 2 minutes and it was like, you're joking. 2-2. And then Marcus, my left winger, got us one in the 55 minute and we hung on. Pretty even game, and it showed me that this season was not going to be easy. It wasn't going to be easy. It was going to be a challenge. But I can't wait to get going. By the halfway point, January, things were going to plan. We were top of the league by 10 points. Ghent, we're in 4th. I was super surprised by this. I mean, they're only in 4th by 2 points, so below us, it's close. You've got a team there called Zulte Waregem. Never heard of them in my life. Probably said it wrong. So, no. Where'd they come from? Antwerp. Where was Standard? 9th by this time. I mean, really? We had the leading goal scorer. We had the 2 best players in my wingers. It was brilliant. I was loving it. And here are the results from the league so far. We've only lost 2 games, and one was against STVV, and the other one against Union SG, who we actually beat in the first game, but we got beat in the second game back at their place. But there's that team who's come out of nowhere. We drew with them. If we go down, we beat Anderlecht 3-0. Van Brekel, man, he's a beast, honestly. We won our local derby against Bruges right there. Let's go down. Standard and Antwerp, we beat them. Standard 5-1 away. What an absolute boss of a game. Then on TV, at home, we beat our rivals, which is great. You know, win the league, I was thinking we need to be beating them. I was thinking it's going to be like Rangers and Celtic this year, but it's not. It's well more competitive for everyone else. We're doing amazing. I think the tactic's great. I think my idea behind this was the players had settled a bit. They knew each other more than they did last year. Made quite a few changes last year. Remember, I had no wingers, no fullbacks. I had to bring in a few players. This year, I made little changes. And we look really good in Belgium. That is, obviously, I mean, a lot of these teams, I try and say that. Beer shot, what the hell is that? I can't say that. I can't. But we've won our last 4 games. Our last game being our local derby again against Bruges. And we beat them 3-1 away. So yeah, everything in the league was awesome. How were things in the Croaky Cup, or the Crocky Cup, or let's just call it the Belgian Cup? Hey, well, it's going all right. We want to retain our title. I'd like to. Why not? Let's win everything. We beat Giel, I'm going to say, 6-0 away. Crap team though. We followed that up by playing STVV. We won that on penalties scraped that game. One to forget, really. And then we played OHL and beat them 5-0 away. And we now are in the semi-final. It's pretty easy to get to the semi-final, to be fair. And we've got Anderlecht, who we've done well against, but they're still a great team, good club, and could beat us over 2 legs. But the big tournament for us really is the Champions League. To do anything in this would be amazing. But obviously, unlike last year, we had to qualify, and we were playing AS. And the first game was easy, freaking peasy. We beat them 3-0. Then went to Holland and repeated and beat them 3-0 at their own place, beating them 6-0 in aggregate. We like 3-0s. I think it's our favourite score. It's my favourite score. We beat FC Midtjylland, who one of my old favourite. When I used to watch content, I don't watch as much anymore because it's hard to watch, play, and make your own. I used to love Second Yellow Card, and when he retired, he was doing a series with them. He's back now. We then went to their place and beat them 1-0. So that is 4 games played, non-conceded, doing all right. We finished 3rd. Now I didn't do this on purpose, but we were in a group with Inter freaking Milan and Man City, FC Red Bull Salzburg. They're beatable, no offence, and they only finished with 1 point anyway. We finished in 3rd place. We weren't too far off, We did all right. We lost the first game to Inter. Then we played City, lost again, so we didn't start very well. But then luckily, we won the 2 games we needed to win. Picked up 6 points. Got beat off Inter again, but it was this next game. Loved it. And I loved it for several reasons. I'm a Man United fan. I hate City. We're Club Rouge. We shouldn't be beating Man City. We should be beating Man City away, 2-1. So alright, we didn't qualify. But what a way to go out, eh? 2 goals from Van Brekel. Have that, City. So I'm buzzing from the City game, but then kind of buzzing because we're in the Europa League and I think, got a great chance here. This is the kind of tournament I think we're suited for. Here we are with the squad, and it's arranged by average rating. Basso, the right wingers at the top there. Scored 7 goals, set up 12. He's been brilliant. My right back, Pons, he's my backup right back, so ignore him. But when he's come in, he's done brilliantly. And I love that. When a backup comes in and does well, it's great. We got Marcus, my left winger. Brilliant. Them 2 on the wings are fantastic. And then when you've got Van Brekel at the top, who scored 23 and 33. You've always got a chance of doing really well. And what I like is the majority. Look how many over 7s we've got. Well, here we are. It's June, and let's run through what happened. What a season. We managed to win the title. So that's another title for me. Won quite a few now, so it's nice. But it was nice because I felt like I'd failed. Because I'd come to a club that had just won it 2 years running, made a couple of changes and lost it. So it's kind of looked bad on me, I felt. I know it's only a game, but I kind of take that to heart. So to come back, and I'm really concentrated this year. Sometimes I like doing the little details. I think sometimes I can just get in the habit of just clicking, you know what I mean? So I think I paid a lot more attention this year. And it showed because we did all right. Went to the championship group and we won the championship group. So, I mean, amazing. Can't complain. Again, ended up coming 2nd eventually. So, they're still up there with us. Well, you'll know we're in the semi-final against Anderlecht. And the first leg was away and we lost it. I was a bit shocked by it because we battered them. I felt like we battered them. So, I was a bit surprised, really. Yeah, we had to get into that second leg at home and kick some ass. And kick some ass is exactly what we did. We beat them 4-0. 4-0. Hat-trick from Van Brekel. We bossed this game. Where we beat the team that's come out of nowhere. The team I can't pronounce. Zulte Waregem. 2-0 in the final. Happy days. Ricardo and Marcus got the goals. It wasn't the most exciting game. I'm not going to lie. But we did the job. We've retained the cup. I've won 2 of them. But most of all, we did the double. Well, we started off well. We went away to Cannes and battered them 6-0. Stat-wise, it was even. Every time we got the ball, it went in the net. Look at my average ratings. What I wasn't proud of is this. I mean, I think they just thought, 6, they're not going to score that many. They proper just didn't give a shit. But I was going to get annoyed even more because we drew Hertha Berlin in the next round, the second round knockout, and got beat 3-2 at home. Which was a bit disappointing because I think we were the better team. I felt we were the better team. Their striker was just absolutely amazing. We got knocked out in the second round. We drew 1-1 in the next leg. And I really thought we had a good enough team. We are good enough. On paper, we're good enough. We had a really good opportunity here to do well in a competition we could genuinely go far in. So I really think we got knocked out way too early. So in a way, we sort of did a treble. We won the Super Cup, we won the Belgian Cup, and we won the league. So we won everything on home soil. In Europe, a bit disappointing, but I think it's going to be any kind of challenge to do anything in Europe with this kind of team. With the finances and so on. We need a couple of superstars just to give us that edge. I just don't know if I can get them for Belgium. But fantastic season, and I'm proud of it. I really love playing it this year. We've lost a lot of money. We're paying off debts, transfer debts as the season's gone on, and the wages have gone up. So we're 9 million in the bank. Got money to spend, but it's not record-breaking kind of money. I mean, does it make me want to leave? No. I quite like the idea of doing another year here, playing in the new stadium, and maybe trying to do something in Europe. Maybe I could find a free signing. Maybe we can get someone good on loan. I just didn't feel like I wanted to give up just yet. And then I went to the job centre. And first up, I saw my old job, Marseille, which I won't go for. You know, I loved it at Marseille. Chievo up there as well. It was the Inter Milan job. I know I've been to Italy already. I don't know if I want to go back to Italy though. I just thought I'd show you what's available. My idea is now I've done a lot of the big stuff. I thought I'm thinking another year in Belgium and then just go and enjoy the world. You know, maybe Eastern Europe, like Croatia. Maybe even into Asia, but to like Indonesia or India. Something freaking random. South America. They're the kind of places I want to go. But it is kind of tempting because I could probably get that Inter Milan job. But what, you know, I've done that already, haven't I? I just wanted to show you though what's going on. You know, I've got a great team here, a team I'm proud of, a team that put in some great performances. I've got a striker who played 60 games and scored 41 goals. I've got wingers who score goals and set them up. I've got a great defence. I mean, I definitely could attack another year in Belgium, but as always, I'd like to know what you think. What do you want me to do? Do I just resign and see what happens? Do I take a year off and see what happens in a year? I don't know, there's loads of options. Or, hopefully, you're all going to say, stay another year. Well, there we are. That is the end of episode 15, season 15 of my second year in Belgium. I've loved it. We won 2 cups, 2 Super Cups, and now we've regained the title. We are Belgium champions. I still think there's things to do. I'd like to do better in Europe. I feel like we've really underachieved in the 2 seasons we've been there. There's business I can do. There's always business we can do. Might find a couple of older good players. I don't know. I might be able to do something. Unless I commit to it and get stuck in with my pen and the pad. I don't know, do I? Now, I'd love to stay here. But again, I'm open to it. Let me know what you think. Again, thank you for being subscribed and getting me to 5,000 subscribers. Seriously, it means a lot to me. And again, if you're feeling generous, dip your hand in your pocket, go down to the description, click that link to my friend's Just Giving page, and help donate some money to his blind little girl's charity run. Really, honestly, I'd appreciate that the most. Thank you. And if you're feeling extra generous, why not smash the like button, eh? Go on. Do it. Go and do it. And why are you going to do it? Go and watch all my content. Loads coming out soon as well. So stay tuned to the channel. Also, again, if you want to win the game, you want to win a copy of FM19, you need to email me with the time we scored our second goal. Go on. Good luck if you are going to enter. Have a great day. Stay safe. You've been amazing. I've been Bood. I'll see you next time.